Hello, everybody. It's Reverend Stephanie with Sisters on Sacred Grounds. Today is the day. Today is the day for fashion and confidence. That's right. That's our Sisters on Sacred Grounds summer edition called Let's Get Styled. So what better time to talk fashion and confidence, and what better place than Kutula Africana Boutique. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to meet up with some of my good girlfriends and we are going to talk fashion, body image, bathing suits, all those body parts that give us trouble. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of that. So I am so thankful that you're watching. And listen, while you're watching, engage with us. Put your comments in the chat. Tell us what you're thinking about what you're seeing and what you're hearing. And more than that, we're going to have fun. All right? So I've got to get going. I will see you at Kutula. All right? See you in a minute. Black culture's influence on American culture doesn't end with its contributions to music and hair. Fashion is also a category in which African Americans have made their unique contributions, many of which have become noted milestones in the fashion industry and history. Black culture has heavily impacted mainstream fashion trends. In the era of the Harlem Renaissance, when jazz and art became popularized by African Americans in New York, Black culture and fashion was widespread. We were proud to express our individual style during this revolutionary period that was characterized by the free-spirited New Age era of the Roaring '20s. Notable fashion icon of this time period, Josephine Baker. She was known for high-class style and elegance, which became very influential among the women of the Renaissance. Now, prior to the Civil Rights Movement, European standards of beauty dominated the country and were often perceived as more desirable than traditional African features. This began to change during the mid-60s. As Black people began to demand their rights, they started to appreciate themselves like never before. Many African American women showed their pride by showcasing their natural hair in afros. The 60s was an evolutionary time for Black people. The changing times brought major changes in fashion. The Jackson 5 and Diana Ross were pivotal in the new wave of style. The clothes were bold, vibrant, and stylish. Outfits worn on stage were heavily influenced by the events that occurred in the Civil Rights Movement. Fashion trends fixated on the spirit of youth, represented by miniskirts, high hemlines, and colorful tights, and to promote self-expression and admiration. In 1969, Essence magazine was founded as a fashion publication for Black women. Essence became a place for Black women to see themselves represented in fashion publications where previously only white women were seen. As a result, traditional African clothing also gained awareness. Flowing robes and shirts, known as dashikis, made of vibrant fabrics, became the cherished heritage of African Americans. The growing interest of African fashion in the 70s gradually made its way into the mainstream. French designer Yves Saint Laurent was born in Northern Africa and debuted lines of African clothing. Fashion in the Civil Rights era allowed Black people to freely express themselves while simultaneously fighting for their basic human rights. The 90s was another critical time for Black fashion. Iconic Black TV characters like Moesha and the Maori twins showed the world how to layer patterns and prints like plaids over florals with denim and African printed accessories. Many celebrities of the 90s channeled those trends from the Civil Rights era. 90s icons like Salt and Pepper, Will Smith, and Queen Latifah would wear Afrocentric clothing, symbolic colors like red, gold, green, and black, bringing African culture to Hollywood and our TV screens. Over the years, the Black community has truly evolved the world of fashion, and some of those same trends from decades ago are still fashionable today. Oh my goodness! This is Sisters on Sacred Grounds. We are coming to you live from Catula Africana Boutique in lovely Los Angeles. And I can't wait for you to meet my fabulous guests. Very important that we encourage one another as sisters, right? And that's really what Sisters on Sacred Grounds is all about. It's about uplifting, empowering, and coffee, right? We love coffee here at Sisters on Sacred Grounds. So let me just tell you who we have with you today, because we want this to be a memorable experience for you, and you just might learn something about fashion today. So let's go. Listen, we have the lovely First Lady Charlay Alford Johnson in the house. Welcome, Charlay.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, looking lovely as usual. And then we have a young up-and-coming designer. Her name is Mrs. Jamil Rankin Curlew. Hello, Jamil. Yes. She's in the house. And then we are so honored to be in the presence of the owner of this beautiful boutique. We have Nyambo and Aloha.
Yes.
But affectionately known as Bo. So, Bo,
thank you.
Thank you for having us in your home. This is fabulous.
Welcome, everyone.
This is absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, listen, let's get into this conversation, because since we're in your house, we want to know how you built this house. As a thriving Black woman living in LA, entrepreneur, especially in this area of LA,
well,
what's the story?
First of all, let me welcome you to the beautiful Windsor Hills.
Yes.
Here perched on top of South LA's finest neighborhood of affluence. We've been Catula on Slauson Avenue for 50 years. We're celebrating 50 years on Slauson.
Excellent.
20 years in the Windsor Hills community. But it started, obviously, as a family business in 1971. And I took over the brand in 2014.
Wow.
So just legacy upon legacy, all on this little block here in Windsor Hills. And so I'm just excited to have you all here and learn a little bit about what we do here at Catula.
Well, that is powerful. And I mean, again, Sisters on Sacred Grounds wants to support especially Black businesses, but female-owned Black businesses. And that's why I'm just so excited. I mean, I look around and see all the color and all the character. And I mean, just so proud and privileged to be here. Jamil, now you're an up-and-coming designer. So you're doing your thing and you want to grow your business, right? So you're trying to get there. Talk to us about the lack of Black representation in fashion, and how can you make a mark? How do you feel about what you're doing in fashion?
I feel extremely passionate about what I'm doing because I'm telling my story, which will then open the door for other girls like myself to tell their own. Speaking of lack of Black designers, I wouldn't say there's a lack of them, because we do have an amazing one right here, but they're so small in quantity that it's terribly hard to get in contact with them or even become mentored by them. So it definitely makes it a lot harder, but I'm passionate about what I'm doing, so we're getting it done.
That is fantastic. So Jamil, you were saying about not that there's a lack
of designers out there, but Black designers, but maybe not as many as we would like to see, you know, just like in the movie industry. And so speaking of the movie industry, like what I wanted to know from you, Bo, is, you know, how did your fashions creep into the entertainment industry? Tell us that story.
Yeah, well, something about, I guess social media is really helpful in telling the story of how we recently contributed to some really major motion picture projects. I think starting with when we took over in 2014, both my sister and I were really looking at the industry and seeing the rise in fashion, of African fashion, and realizing that that would also turn to be reflected in the costuming or in the movie industry. And so we followed some projects, heard about a little story called The Motherland, which we knew in the trades was going to be the Black Panther story. So we followed the trades and we did our due diligence to just do an excellent job in fashion. And like any good brand, when the costume designers and movie costumers are looking for a brand, they'll do their research, and they found us. So we were able to dress Chadwick Boseman because really Marvel didn't know how to dress the Black Panther as a person. So they said, help us. Help us dress him. How would a prince look like waiting to be a king, that we knew in the script he would become the king because his father died. So it was an honor for us as a brand to walk him through to the world. It's his first appearance of the Black Panther for Chadwick Boseman. And we held a very close part of our, reemergence as a brand to Chadwick and his family. So we started, really our first project was the Black Panther, and we knew we'd be through the years we'd be working with, and we still continue to work on the project. So we really haven't left Wakanda since 2014.
Come on, Wakanda. Forever.
We were able to work with the first team in Captain America Civil War, and then obviously the really, really amazing part of working with Ruth Carter and her team.
Wow.
And we've continued to work with her on some other projects as well.
Amazing. Well, let me just...
Doing our due diligence, and
I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's all about diligence. It's all about faithfulness and just going after your passion. Charlay, we all have images growing up as little girls. If you're like me, I like to play in my mother's jewelry, right? I was always putting on jewelry and things and walking around like I was grown, What are some of the images that you saw in fashion growing up as a little girl? And how did those images affect you from a little girl to now First Lady of a church? Oh my goodness.
So I think I was blessed to be able to have my mom, my grandmother, and my aunties, who all were a very intricate part of my village and me growing up. And I always saw them dress for success. I mean, Black excellence for me in the 80s growing up. Every time they stepped out of the house, they were dressed as a lady should be dressed, whether they were going to work, to the store, to church, wherever they were going, they always dressed for success. And that made me want to always embody that as I grew up. I didn't see the pajamas and the bonnets when we were dropped off at school.
Okay, no shade for the bonnets and the pajamas, howsoever.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, a little shade. That's another topic. But seriously, just to see them always embody wanting to look like success, look like a lady, that did something for me. So if I'm going to the store, if I'm going to drop off my kids at school, I always am going to try to look like a lady, because that's what I saw growing up.
Wow. That's powerful. Now, those of you who are watching right now, we want you to type a few comments in the chat, because I have a question. We go through seasons. Fashion has seasons, right? And I know, I'm a little bit of a flower child. I wasn't born in the flower child ages, but I really like that kind of thing. All the kind of free and eclectic and colors and all that. I want to know if you can type in the chat, what was your favorite fashion period? Would you say the 80s, the 70s, maybe the 90s or even right now, and tell us why. So type in the chat, what was your favorite fashion time period? And then I want to know from you ladies on the couch, do you have a favorite time period of fashion? Bo, what's your favorite?
I would say the 70s. Because it's just like black fabulousness, right? Bell bottoms, puff sleeves, afros. Yeah. That was a rise of black power. Mm-hmm. And for me, as a black woman growing up in Los Angeles, I really got to see fine tailored suits every Sunday going to church. And then a little bit of the 80s too, but I think more of the designers and people dressed in the 70s. When you look back in historical photos, that was the era that we all dressed our Sunday's best. And you had maybe not as large of a closet, but the tailored pieces that you had were classic.
That's true. So
I really think that, hopefully in the future we'll get back to that kind of classic inspired dressing. I just remember being on planes and seeing people in the 70s, like you had to wear a suit to get on a plane.
Come on now.
So that all has gone away by the wayside, is the way we dress now. But I just think for us as a people, that was my era. But that awesome. I feel I look back and say, okay, look at pictures or look at archives. Mm-hmm. That was a really must have been an exciting time to be black.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. How about you, Shirley? Favorite?
My favorite, I'm going to go with the 80s because, for one, I'm an 80s baby.
All right.
But no, seriously, I think the 80s because it was a carefree era. There weren't rules. You could, wear pretty much anything and get away with it when it came to colors. You could wear bright colors. You could, mix match. Is it mix match, mismatch? You know what I'm talking about. But you could get away with anything. It was kind of just carefree, freestyle. There were no rules when it came to, fashion in the 80s.
All right. The 80s baby. Yeah. Come on, Jamil. What was your favorite fashion period?
My favorite fashion period is what's happening currently. I love the fearlessness of fashion today. I love how modern it is, the simplicity, but still so bold. I love that there's no rules. We took the rule book and we just threw it away. So that's why I love today's fashion.
I love it. Well, all fabulous. I just think that it's about taking a risk. And the clothes you wear on the body that you have, right? Mm-hmm. Some of that is a little daring for us, If I asked you to fill in the blank with this statement, okay? You're going to fill in the blank. And for you watching, again, type in the chat. You fill in the blank on this question too, this statement. Fashion is... Charlotte.
Confidence.
Your
Jamil?
Voice.
Fabulousness.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. I would say, wow, fashion is freedom. Fashion is freedom, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching too. Because when you look good, baby, you feel good. From head to toe, when you look good, you feel good. And so, not that we're trying to be materialistic, or we're not even trying to say you need to be a size this or that or this or that. We just want you to feel good about the skin you're in. Right, ladies?
Amen.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So, since, Charlotte, you said confidence, which came first for you? The fashion or the confidence?
I'm going to say the fashion came first because, over the years as women, we change, our bodies change, seasons change in our lives. So, when you're a teenager versus a woman and then having, children, your body goes through so many changes. The confidence came in different phases for me. I had to gain confidence as a 21-year-old in my fashion. I had to be comfortable in who I was as a, young adult woman. And then now as a mother, I had to gain a new level of confidence because, we kind of scale it down as we become a mom and, you have a daughter watching or a son, watching. So I might not be as revealing as I was when I was 21 years old. And then additionally, being a pastor's wife, there are times where I have to, pick and choose, my battles on, what I want to wear. So that creates a new level of confidence, because where I might be comfortable with wearing my shoulder out, I can't wear my shoulder out to church. So I have to find a level of confidence when I have to wear a double-breasted suit, or, you know, a skirt that's down to my ankles. So I think the fashion came, and then the confidence as you evolve into, you know, who you are.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, in your church, you can't wear your shoulders out.
I can't, you know. Yeah. It's wrong.
You know, depends on, you know, where you go.
I know.
What city
You
your
know.
church is in. The
Hey.
Denominations, all kind of stuff.
I
But
feel you. I totally feel you. What about you, Bo? What came first for you, the fashion or the confidence?
I think the fashion. I grew up in fashion. I mean, I grew up with this brand and growing up around designers and an international family. So my first foray leaving the country, I left the country on a flight with my brother at 5 years old.
Wow.
And we stopped in, you know, London, and we were able to see that whole, you know, fashion of European fashion, which was new for an American kid who wore jeans and t-shirts. So you saw all of that. And so I think fashion definitely came first for me. I've always been a confident person, but I think when I went to school and started playing sports, that kind of gave me a little bit more confidence in who I was and kind of my stake in the world, which I think for all women, whatever you do, those passions come to you when you're growing up. And
Absolutely.
I felt that I'm very privileged to have the life that I have.
Absolutely. I mean, it's about exposure. There's so many kids, you know, little boys, little girls that have never gotten on a plane and may never get on a plane. And when you travel, you expose yourself to a whole new world. So we'll get into that too later. Jamil.
Yes.
Oh boy. We have triggers as women with our bodies, right? We have some triggers, you know, some issues with um, especially what we see on TV, what we are fed, you know, even in billboards around the city, all of that. What are some body triggers, you know, that women face? I'm asking you as a designer, and how could they deal with them? What are some triggers that you've noticed as a designer?
For me, the number one trigger I've had to deal with is sizing. Women aren't comfortable saying what size they are because of society and their standards. So I try to encourage women to say your size, you know, whatever size that is, it's your size. So I don't like to do small, medium, or large. But I know that is a definite trigger for women, sizing, not being comfortable being a 12 or larger.
Yeah, what do you guys think? What do you ladies think? Any other triggers? Sizing is a big one. Sizing is like your age, y'all. You're not trying to tell nobody your age unless you just really feel like saying it. But by and large, you know, we even if we are of a size that we like, we still don't just blurt it out, you know? What do you guys think? What do you think, Charlotte?
For me, I think
trigger?
it's the mom body. Like, you know, a lot of people struggle with that. I know me personally, I did for a while. I was an athlete all my life. So going from being a gymnast, where when I was young, I had, you know, the itty bitty waist and the six pack, and I can wear whatever I want. I could go in the mall and go shop in any store. But then after, you know, I had 3 back to back, so I didn't get the time to, like, let me get my body together and then have another one. It was like, nope, this is what we're doing. So after my 3rd one, it was just like, it's too hard to get back to where I was. But then I had to get comfortable, you know, with who, and that goes back to the confidence thing, you know, as I evolved into this is what it is now. But there are so many women who were used to going in stores and buying and doing what they wanted when it came to shopping, that now they're like, oh, I can't do that anymore. So they shame themselves, they become bogged down, and some of them take it out on the kids, you know. And that's unfortunate, but I just want them to know, like, you know, you become who you are. It's okay. We all have been in that place, and it's hard, you know, taking care of your kids and trying to get yourself together. So as long as your kids are taken care of, girl, you good. Rock that mom. Rock that mom body.
That mom body.
Yes. Rock it. Yes.
So, Bo, I was in the boutique the other day, and there was a woman trying on this beautiful dress. And I walked in and I just couldn't take my eyes off of her. And she just kept second guessing herself. She looked gorgeous. The dress looked good. It looked good on her. And I didn't want to get in her business or anything, but I had to say, because she didn't take it. She took it off and she said, well, and she kind of was looking at other things. And I said, that looked good on you. I just said, it looked, and she said, really? Like, as if she was surprised. And you were telling her, it looks good.
The shoulder.
Yes, and long and just regal.
She was going to a premiere, red carpet.
It was beautiful.
Well, guess what? She came back after all that, and she got it.
And she got it.
Yes.
So what we do is we never pressure a woman, because everyone has a different time with their comfort.
Yeah.
And so she thought about it. She sent pictures to her friends, and we were all very supportive, just like you were. Our clients are really our backbone. When you come in, you get the experience of sisterhood and family and togetherness and beauty. And she really thought about it. She prayed on it. She said, she called me later. Hold that dress for me. I'm coming to get it. I'm wearing it to that premiere. And she did.
Well, I think that I'm so glad that to hear that outcome, because the issue is dealing with compliments. And as women, we have problems accepting compliments by and large. Now, you know how the Bible says not to think more highly of yourself than you ought. Some have that problem. But then a good majority of us have the other problem. We don't know how to accept a compliment. And so I want to know from you, from Jamil, from Charlene, just real quickly, what can you do to build up someone when you know they're not accepting a compliment? Anybody? Charlene, what do you do?
I think first just try to figure out what the triggers are. I mean, if like she said, you never really know if it's a timeline issue, if it's I saw a dress somewhere else, but if you personally know them, just try to get down to the triggers. Like, maybe they're a person who, wasn't affirmed much, by friends and family throughout the year. So, just try to, give some affirmations to them, letting them know, hey, girl, you got it. Sometimes just a simple, girl, you got it will go a long way.
Yes.
So.
Yes. How about you, Jamil?
Well, I say you don't give the compliment unless you really mean it, and then you just keep giving it until it soaks in. I just continue to do it, but mean it.
Mean it. That's true, ladies. When people say, "Ooh, I like your dress," but do you really like it? I mean, do you really like it, or are you just being polite? And it's okay. As our mothers and fathers probably taught us, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. It's all good, right? How about you? How do you build up your customers' confidence?
You know what? For me, it's just about being genuine. And people have grown to know when they come to Catula, it's like, this is a village. This is a community. So if something looks great, I'm going to tell you. If it doesn't, I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
Okay? There's no pressure in anything.
Yes.
With fashion, you have to have a comfort zone. Because for me as a designer, I want someone to come in and own the look. Not that I'm pushing a product on someone. That's not what we're about here. Once a garment is selected by an individual, that garment has a whole life. So every time a client comes in, I let them pick the garment that has their home in their home, and then we teach them about styling, how you can wear it, what different occasions you can wear it for. Like the dress you have on, it's our fancy casual. So you can wear it anywhere. You can wear it to brunch. You can wear it to church. You can wear it to any type of event that you have, and concert, just anywhere. So once you have a dress, it's about accessorizing, really having a color that works good with your palette, and then the fit. And then once you have that, you've got a lifetime piece.
Yeah, I think that is so powerful because honesty and transparency, especially among sisters, among your friends. If your friends can't tell you look crazy, they're not really your friends.
Right.
You want the truth and nothing but the truth. So, as we continue to kind of build ourselves up in our fashion and taking risks. You know what's a risk? Going to the beach.
That is true.
Not just going, but I mean going to the beach. It's summertime, and we're trying to do beach wear.
Yeah.
So we're going to, in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about the beach body. I mean, our own beach body. Right? Don't get nervous. If you're watching, don't get nervous. And listen, in the chat, if you're learning something about confidence, type in the chat what are you learning from this conversation. It's so powerful to have three confident young women just sharing out of their experience, right? But when we go to that beach, y'all, that's a whole nother level of confidence and creativity too. And so when we talk about that for bathing suits, how many of you are wearing bathing suits this summer? All right. Everybody in the house is wearing a bathing suit. Okay. You know what I like? That it's evolved, because now when you go to the beach, you don't necessarily even have to wear a bathing suit. True. You can do all kinds of things. And so I'm really excited to see bathing suits for this body type, bathing suits for that body type. And what can we wear, still keeping it classy, right?
Always.
But we need to be comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not the one for this. All right?
Not on the beach.
In just a minute. All right, sisters, this is what you've been waiting for, right? We said we were going to talk about this beach body that we are all cultivating. And I'm excited to have my girl, Nicole Yates of Girls in the Wood in Inglewood representing. Hello, Nicole.
Hello.
Welcome to Katula. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Nicole specializes in swimwear, and that's what we're going to talk about, because if we're going to be confident this summer, ladies, we might want to take a few risks, and all of us have different body types.
Absolutely.
And so I want Nicole to show us a few of her pieces and how different body types would wear them. Is that all right?
That is great.
And then Bo is going to see if she can give us a cool cover-up. All right? All right, let's go. What you got, Nicole?
Okay, so for the people who are a little bit more daring and more risky, this one right here is a big seller. It has the pants in the back, but it's a little open in the front for a little risky person. I'm not as risky, so I like this one. You can pair it up with a skirt if you like, or jeans, and it has a crisscross backing. So it's a little daring, but not as daring as some other ones. This one right here, everyone has issues with arms nowadays. So they have the new ones that basically show, they cover the arms. And so, with the good scuba materials. So it doesn't have that flapping if you don't like that, because some people don't, still conscious, and it's understandable. These are my XX, 3X, and they make you feel really put together. If you're confident and you're a bigger person, it holds everything in. You feel good, you still look good. You can put a cover up with it, and it's beautiful. For a classy one piece, one of my favorite pieces, you can wear it with the kimono or not. And
I love that. I love these colors.
The colors are awesome and amazing for the season.
So what got you into bathing suits? What made you just say, you know what, let me just offer some bathing suits? What is going on?
There's no bathing suit store within my area, and we live so close to the beach that you want to be accessible. Some people have to order online, you have to wait for days. I want to go to the beach today, let's go in. And I wanted pieces that make people feel good. Fashion is freedom.
Fashion is freedom.
Yeah. So yeah,
Exactly.
So when you put on something, you want to feel good about the decision you make. When you walk out, you want to feel confident. So any of these pieces, I feel, will make a woman, feel good when they put it on. And if you want to use a cover-up, so be it.
Wow. Now let me ask you. Now this one right here is my favorite. Could I rock that? Could I?
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks like, why I like it, because it wraps around your tummy. For those of us who have good tummy, bad tummy days, right? So it looks like it really wraps you.
A lower plunging neckline, but it does hold and wrap you in the right areas.
Oh, yeah.
So yes.
I love that. So, Bo, what's something that we would put as a cover? What you got?
Well, I think for the one you were just mentioning, this has the same notes of color. You can do with the yellow on yellow, but this might go nicely with the black onesie there.
That's beautiful.
And you have a nice wrap. And this is your kimono, which you can wear at home. You can wear it to the beach. You can wear it anywhere. I think it's nice and light and flowy. We also could have something like this that is a duster cover-up, which is a nice queen's collar. You can open it up like this and just sashay.
Yeah.
Poolside, because sometimes bikinis are just for poolside. But this is a fabulous entrance with the bathing suit, wouldn't you say?
Oh my gosh, I love
lady.
that. I love that. Now, we're in California, so we just be doing the most.
Yeah.
When we go to the beach, and it has let's wear the kimono.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. I love it.
With the pocket.
Nicole, tell us where we can find Girls in the Wood.
Thank you. We're at 470 South Market Street in the city of Inglewood, directly across the street from Woody's Barbecue. And you can come in and find these beautiful bathing suits and more.
Absolutely. And again, supporting Black-owned female entrepreneurs and businesses. Nicole, I'll be seeing you in this lovely mauve-colored bathing suit.
It'll be waiting for you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. Now, you guys type in the chat. Which one did you like? What's your issue when it comes to bathing suits? We want to hear from you. Type something in the chat. Do you like one piece, two piece? We were talking about, do we wear makeup to the bathing suit these days? Do we wear makeup to the beach? Not to the bathing suit, but do we wear makeup to the beach? Everybody wants to look their best, but we also want to be what? Free. All right? So get your bathing suit that makes you feel comfortable and free. All right? Awesome. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. And I'm excited about this segment because we have a fashion situation happening right here in Catula Boutique. Oh my gosh. All right. This is called What to Wear. You ever have certain things, certain events, certain things, situations, and you're just like, what am I going to wear to that particular situation? Well, listen, we are going to play a little game. We're going to have our in-house designers, Lady Bo and Lady Jamil. They are going to select either First Lady Charlay or yours truly. And they are going to get us styled, all right? According to the situation, all right? So they don't know what is in the cards. They don't know. All they know is they have to find something in this beautiful place for us to wear. All right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? All right. So first off, Charlay, pick a card.
Drum roll. Ooh. Target run. You need to run to the store to pick up a few things. You never know who you may run into. So you want to be comfortable, presentable, and cute. What do you wear?
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now I'm going to pick. Yes. It's date night. Hey now. Your spouse or significant other calls and says he's made a surprise dinner reservation for the two of you tonight at your favorite restaurant. What are you going to wear? All right. Oh,
Okay.
I'm psyched about that one.
Yeah.
All right, designers. Bo, you do the honors since we are in your house.
Okay.
Pick the blue card, and that will tell you who you're going to style.
All right. Well, here we go. Reverend Stephanie.
All right now. Hey, all right. All right.
I wonder who that leaves
Who's
you
that?
Come on, girl. Charlotte.
Yes. All right. So, I forgot to tell you guys, you only have 5 minutes to find us the outfit that we're going to wear on this situation. We have a situation. All right. So let's see what they come up with. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Okay, so I guess we're ready for the reveal.
Yeah, and I think my girl is going first, right? So Charlotte, could you come on around? Yes. So Charlotte here is headed to Target. She's gonna get her baby some food, but she wants to be comfortable while doing this. So Charlotte is wearing a jersey bird's eye PK shawl that can also be a wrap dress, and I paired it with an Ankara wax print here from Katula. So we're mixing brands here. This is what support looks like. And she decided to pair it with some jeans. You know, it's casual, it's easy to wear, and sneakers, of course, so she can keep up, right? How do you feel?
I feel comfortable. I feel cute. Take my kids around Target in this.
You look cute. Yes.
Diva. All right, so let's look out for Reverend Stephanie.
Wow.
Ta-da! Do a turn for everyone. Fabulous.
Yeah.
We've got her ready to go for date night. We've paired her gold and black accessories, all from Katula, with the off-the-shoulder Ankara 100% cotton jumpsuit. So this is a one-piece, easy to put on, easy to go. It wears really well, seasoned brown. And you've got an off-the-shoulder look. You can pop it up, one shoulder up and one shoulder down for a little bit of fun. But it's nice and versatile. Got the wide leg here, palazzo leg. See, so how do you feel?
Oh my goodness, I feel fantastic. Okay, I'm totally wearing this. Steve, make the reservations. Okay, we're going out. Okay? Fantastic. I love it. I love it. I
I
love
hope you feel great in it. You look great.
it. Thank you.
And it's a simple look.
Yes.
And you can style it a couple different ways.
Amazing. Let's give our designers a big hand.
Yay, ladies.
All right. So listen, sisters, this is so important because we want you to feel confident no matter what you have on. Remember, I said confidence is freedom. Confidence is freedom, and so is fashion, right? So in this next segment, we hope that you're going to learn a few tricks of the trade from our designer, Jamil. We call it 3-in-1, right? We're going to do 3 different looks with one outfit. So everybody at home, you have an oversized t-shirt. Everybody has a white t-shirt or something that you like to sleep in, wear out, whatever. And everybody pretty much has a button-down shirt, just a basic button-down shirt. Well, we are going to transform these into looks that you can dress up or down, and even on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Right? When we travel, sisters, sidebar, when we travel these days, can we step it up a notch?
Can we?
Right? Can we?
Please.
Can we?
Yes.
What do you think?
Please.
All
I
right.
think that's a good idea.
I think it is too. So listen, Jamil is going to work her magic on Charlotte and me, and we're going to come back and show you what she's put together. All right? See you in a minute. sisters, we're back again, and we do look a little bit different now, right? So we're continuing to talk about fashion and confidence, and we hope that we're doing some things and making you think of some creative ways to put yourself together with confidence, right? So this segment was called One Item, Three Different Ways. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, my t-shirt is not my own. It belongs to my husband. So shout out to Steve Adams. Now, if you have a spouse that you like to go into their drawer and take things, go and make it happen, right? So Jamil, our wonderful designer who is the owner of Muma Fashions, she's going to tell us what it is that we're wearing.
I'll be delighted to. So with this challenge, as you know, we're trying to style 3 white shirts different ways. And so the first look we have here is this graphic Adidas white t-shirt. As she mentioned, it belonged to her husband. We put a knot in the back to get her a waist. Then we put her in this linen printed shorts. They're culotte shorts. They're nice, easy to wear to the beach. You can dress it up. Now she's dressing it down in sandals. She has a matching hat. And she just looks fabulous and so comfortable, but still making a statement with her garment, right? We have a little print on print. You could do a solid shirt, no print with something like this. Love it. Definitely will make a statement piece. So easy, so breezy. The linen fabric is great for the summer. And the bucket hat, let's give it up for the bucket hat, people. Yes, she looks so comfortable, so casual. I love it.
I love it. Thank you, Jamil. Now, what do we have going on here with Charlotte?
And with Charlotte, since we did the casual, we had to dress it up. And
yes,
so here we have her in a maxi Ankara print here.
Nice.
Belonging to Katula Fashions. And we paired it here with a white button shirt, collared shirt. We just kind of cuff the hands a little bit to give her a little more definition in the hands. And then you can see the waist is cinched. We opened the button shirt to give her a little
I love it. Yes.
And also to show off her statement necklaces here. So we've elevated this white shirt and made it so much more modern, so much more fashionable, and you look amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. Now, Charlotte.
Yes.
This is a basic white button-down shirt, right?
Yep,
and like I said, I think we all have one of these at home somewhere, right?
Yes.
So, Jamil, what else could we do? What could our third look be with this ensemble right here?
To tell you the truth, this shirt could also be worn with your shorts.
No.
And that would make just a fabulous look. But let's just say she's wearing this outfit and she wants to change it up a little bit. So we're just gonna pull this shirt out. As you can see here. And now taking the look from being inside of the skirt to the outside. I'm going to open a few more buttons and I'm just going to tie it. Give her a little knot right here in the front. So now this very sophisticated look just got a little bit more wind down, right?
Yes.
And then we can switch it up a little bit. Button another little button. There we go. Some people like to put the collar up. I think
Pop it. Yes, pop the collar.
Yeah. Let's say we're gonna put this up a little bit.
It's so amazing to just see, these are simple adjustments, everybody. Simple. Roll up the sleeves, put a tie it in the front, tuck it in. These are fashion tricks, that probably all of us have done at one point or another, but again, it's how you feel when you do it.
Absolutely. And
yeah.
when we cuff our shirts here, ladies, this is a great way to hide if you feel like you have a little extra fat on the back of your arms. We've all been there. This is a great way to camouflage that. It's very slimming to the arms, and then the collar here just elongates the neck. She looks stunning. Regal. I love it.
Fantastic. So that was one item or 2 items, 3 different ways. So we hope that if you're watching us right now, you'll grab a t-shirt, grab a button down, and just switch it up, change it up. And it's all about how we feel. Like right now, I feel so comfortable,
Yes.
I'm very comfortable, feels very free and flowy. Remember, fashion is freedom, all right? So you keep trying to change things around with your fashion and take chances, all right? All right, sisters and my brothers that are watching, thank you. We did it. We made it through. Let's get styled. Sisters on Sacred Grounds, Fashion and Confidence.
This was fabulous. I had a blast. I loved the conversation. I loved all your comments. And I want to say thank you guys for staying with us and for hanging in there. This was wonderful. I want to give a big shout out to the entire Sisters on Sacred Grounds team. You were fabulous. Thank you for all your hard work. I want to say a special thank you to our wonderful guests. Oh my goodness. Niambo, owner of Catula Africana, thank you. Nicole from Girls in the Wood, thank you for your fabulous bathing suits, on point. Thank you, Jamil, our wonderful designer, and First Lady Charlay. Lovely ladies, thank you for joining the conversation with me. And remember what our guests said. They said to them, fashion is confidence, yes. Fashion is your voice. Fashion is fabulousness, but also fashion is freedom. So I hope that as you move forward in your journey with fashion, that you find the freedom to know that, listen, I don't have to feel intimidated. I can take a few risks with my fashion and know that whatever you try, it's yours. It's uniquely yours. So until next time, we hope that you'll follow us on all of our social media platforms, on Facebook and on Instagram, and for up-and-coming events and some wonderful activities that we have planned for Sisters on Sacred Grounds. Until next time, I'm Reverend Stephanie, and I will see you again soon. Bye.